We are back doing Ace Attorney 3, Ace 5. We are going to be continuing on with this trial. We are still trying to figure out if this is Iris or Dahlia. So, where are we going? That's unless we can confirm this identity, we can't continue this trial. Yeah, okay. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere. Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazard Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance. Oh, explain yourself. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that? Sorry, I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was... It was Edgeworth, but probably somehow Gumshoe's fault anyway. No. This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? An earthquake?
Earthquake? Oh my goodness! The inner temple. This kind of tremor might. How could I have? She fled. She escaped.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and... Be quiet.
I'm guessing that's Dahlia.
Yeah. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice.
Guess I'll have to ask again. On meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession... permanently retired.
We're permanently dead.
Yes. Retired. From life.
Huh. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. What is going on here? Dahlia Hawthorne. Never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself.
You're gonna end her? Oh shit.
Now, she's dead. The only person who's dying here is me.
Take me with
her,
you.
and I'm gonna end me.
Guess she's not over yet, huh?
No, which, I mean, like, honestly? Anyway. Huh? District Court, courtroom number 7. Now then, let's continue. Well, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. So that means you really are. Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes, you have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that...
Watch yourself, right? Got a problem. Solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
You mean it's one of the court's rules?
Yeah.
Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well. Kill Maya. Could it be true? Cross-examination. The plan. The whole plan began with my death. Oh, wait. So this is... Oh, okay. This is already the testimony. Okay, yeah. Began with my death. Super plan hatched by Morgan Fay. For it to work, my Fay would have to die first. The idea was for me to kill Maya and have the blame pinned. I went wrong, but it seems to succeed anyway. Okay. Can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. Got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row, and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fay the master of Khura'in? She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, he's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes. Though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
Your twin sister, Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around. And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Earls would never agree to a plan like that. He adores mine. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally, the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? You were going to kill Maya? Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. And I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Ugh.
So the plan was to blame crime on you younger. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
He and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally, they would think it was Iris that had done it.
Witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway. But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway.
Guessing she's referring to like the first crime she committed, like what was
Yes.
it, like 5 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, because Iris mentioned that she betrayed her during the diamond theft. Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever fully explained how. You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey. That's absurd. Maya is just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Feeny? Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete, your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. Was the sex good at least?
Do I still have a chance?
I still have a chance, yes. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan? I'm personally not a fan of it, but like I could understand. Like if you I still have a chance. What a wild question that would be. What were we gonna say?
I was just gonna say, so if she thinks it's stupid, why the hell did she carry it out anyway?
Yeah, certainly. I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. That's how you feel. Why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
I was
You may not
bored.
What did you say?
I was bored. I had nothing
I
else
was
to
bored. I'm like, it's been a while since I killed anybody. I just thought maybe, it was a good chance.
do. There's no Netflix when you're dead.
Huh? You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. Well, then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only acted my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction. What did you say? Well, this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason reason for wanting Maya dead. I understand why I would kill Maya Fey now. My goal was. That's new, okay. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fey. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. But she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge. Revenge? Looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. Can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. Okay, save time. I've got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. The only way to understand this plan and what she was after, as well. Okay. Do you understand why I would kill my Fey now? He said he has to present. I think I need to go back through like those last couple lines. I need to read that again. All I want to do is kill my Fey. Revenge. It looks like I have an interest to present that piece of evidence. I meant to kill Maya. So there was something she wanted to get revenge on for. Revenge on Maya for? Bridge.
I didn't do anything to her.
That we're aware of. Oh, that is not what it meant to do. Oh, it's a good thing I saved.
Yeah, well, we can try another one. Don't bother reloading yet.
Yeah. I did not
Guess
mean
let's
to. I
try
was
to
trying
see
to
if
go
we can-
I was trying to go to profiles.
I would think.
Yeah, I don't see anything here.
Well, she's trying to get revenge. So I'm assuming maybe it's because because the reason why she was sentenced to death was because like she was guilty
Yeah.
from like the first game, right? And that was Mia. That was the
Yeah, Mia was the defense
in
attorney
the
on that
defense,
one.
the defense attorney. So maybe revenge on her.
Yeah,
That's the
maybe.
only thing I could think of.
Yeah, you know,
is
that's a good
that's-
point.
Because that's the only thing I can think of. Because she would have wanted revenge. Yeah. Okay, so I guess maybe.
I just gained my health back. Okay. God damn it. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button again. You've been going for a little bit. Okay.
Your attorney badge. Come on. Let's see what she has to say.
Here we go. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? It was actually to get revenge on my attorney's badge. As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died.
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that? Hold on, let me take notes.
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with the woman's plans.
For that? For that, you would kill Maya. Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey.
Just imagine,
and?
like, we find out who the person channeling Dahlia is actually Gumshoe. He's like, I saw the no, I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, this sounds really cool. Let me give it a shot.
Turns out I have a lot of aptitude for spirit channeling. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you. There's not a thing you can do to me.
Ugh.
That night. About 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. And I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Tatsugoro Temple.
So it was Alisto Nim who channeled her after all.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
Then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory.
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute. Maya Fey must have stabbed me, I'm sure of it.
It's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stopped.
It stopped.
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow, I had been trapped in there.
How did you wind up in there?
So, what I'm getting now, what I'm thinking is where we're going with this is. So, okay, I guess it was Elise who channeled her in the first place, which I still don't understand why she would.
Yeah, that sounds really. Why would she do that? but someone else stabbed her while she was channeling.
Yeah,
Save
and it's yeah. So, I mean, yeah, she's saying Maya stabbed her, but obviously, I'm gonna assume that's not the case. Well,
Well, yeah, that's because she was stabbed from the back. So
yeah, that's true. But now it's I'm thinking like if she woke up inside the sacred cavern, is it possible that right now she's in Maya's body?
maybe. But then why would Maya channel her?
That's a great question.
What's
That's a
wrong
great
with these
question.
people? Can't you just let Dahlia be dead? She's a terrible person. Why
Well,
the hell would you want to be her?
I would say from Maya's perspective, maybe the whole reason of channeling Dahlia was to get her like to the courtroom, right? Like to get her to like actually be a witness.
Maybe. I mean,
Like
because at
Maya
least
was
then
Maya's
it would
putting her
help with,
faith
like,
in right. Like she's putting her faith in right that if she can get Dahlia on the witness stand, right will nail her.
yeah. But then again, it's just like, so that at least makes sense because it's like, okay, yeah, she placed her faith in him, which makes sense because she's like, okay, he can solve this mystery. So it's like, okay, yeah. But I guess like, what if her plan backfired and she causes more chaos? But I guess maybe it's just like her trusting him essentially is like, oh, like she just has that much faith. But then it kind of, then I guess we can kind of go back to the argument of, well, why would um Elise,
Elise do it in the first place.
Misty like channel
Yeah.
Dahlia in the first place? Because she knew like how twisted Dahlia was, right?
So the
I'm
thing
assuming
about
because
that
there's been
is,
the court cases and whatnot,
but Misty wasn't involved in any of that.
Like you would think at
Um,
least she would have knowledge, like especially with the fact that like Dahlia was sentenced to death. I mean, she's family, so you think at least
That's a good
she would
point.
be
They
aware.
are technically they are related. Um,
Yeah.
maybe it also just begs the question because the other thing is for her to even think to do that would mean that she's involved in Morgan's plan, which wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, because
For her
she
to
read
do.
because remember there was a person that read the note, but if that was her, why would she read the note and be like, oh, she wants to kill me? Let me channel her. Like that doesn't make sense,
Yeah, yeah, a lot of questions around this still.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
Well, how do you end up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
Poor ghost. You're fun.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
This lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it. But you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern? Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. What? Who? Could it have been Maya? I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll and gravy. Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
By that.
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck.
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris.
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was all right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. I'd finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I'd assumed that it was Pearl Fay.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What? What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fay, I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all.
This is actually raises a good point. So, if what she's saying is accurate, she got stabbed and then passed out and whatnot. Which maybe she's lying about this because there are holes. She got stabbed and passed out, and the next thing she remembers is the Sacred Cavern. So then, who from the bridge side sent Misty's body over, like hooked Misty's body up to the pendulum and sent it over? If it wasn't her.
That's a great question. It's like 3 people channeled her because it wouldn't have been Missy. It's like it wouldn't have been Maya.
Well, if she is to be believed here, it wouldn't have been someone channeling her at all because she didn't do that.
Yeah.
So it would have to have been someone else entirely, which I don't know if that's that could be a lie because who else would have done that, right?
Yeah.
Maya Fay, I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. Sin of killing her own mother.
No way! Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous. That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean? What is the so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fay disappeared is evident enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she's still in the Sacred Cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the Inner Temple. That much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else?
Eagle River.
Maya Fay killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. No. What do you have to say now, Beanie?
Ooh, oh.
guessing that's Godot's because that sounds
I-
like his.
Yeah, it's his
Yeah.
theme. Yeah.
Sorry, that's my phone.
What kind of ringtone is that?
Don't
Pretty
you hear it every
good.
time Godot speaks?
Yeah, right.
Oh, here. Okay, thanks.
Was it something important?
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern.
That's great. What about Maya?
There was a woman in the cave.
Was it Maya Fey?
Accused, Sister Iris.
Huh? Well, yeah, that... You don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So, what about Maya? Where is she?
Here's a twist: Iris is dead, and Maya's channeling her now.
Yeah.
There's no one else found inside the sacred cavern.
No, it can't be. I told you, didn't I? He's dead. No. No. It seems this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Sadly, it appears the killer of Alicia Nim, also known as Missy Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River. Can't be. Huh. I guess that could go.
I guess.
Right. Have you ever heard this one? Once you live, possible. Whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem.
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot?
According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side bridge.
Yep, and there's ground down there. You wouldn't hit
yeah,
the
there's
river.
a rocks that. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. That's right. That's where she jumped from.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river there.
What?
Don't get your panties all twisted up. Right. Just relax and think through the whole thing again.
So it's impossible? Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River. Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Oh. I didn't know that you could go up and down to like skip pages of evidence. Okay, now on the last trial of the third game of the trilogy, I've learned that. Where is the Photo of the bridge. It's this one. Yeah, so we see the ground here. I'm assuming it's this. It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the Inner Temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the Inner Temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh, you're right. You wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. Oh my god, there it is. It's right there in the photo. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess she did jump. Huh. Did you fucking imagine?
It's like, well, it snowed. Her body's now covered in snow.
Like, oh wait, is that her feet? Oh god, she actually is in the photo. Would be so sad.
That would be actually depressing.
So you finally figured it out.
No. Order. You're just playing with me. Nine-Face body's at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could be hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. I just stole that from Godot, who stole that from Sherlock Holmes. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Fey wasn't inside the Sacred Cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River.
Alright. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities.
Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. What? What is this one possibility you were talking about? Now's a good time to say it. That's obviously a bluff. Where's her dead body, then? Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fey. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What?
My face here.
You say she's here in my courtroom? I'll get her out of here. I don't want her in here. Everybody, dead body in here, smelling out the place. I don't need that. Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean?
You're
Tell me
actually Maya Fey.
Yeah. Tell me something. At this very moment, who's channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Why that's obvious. It's Pearl Fey. That pathetic little sniffling runt. No, I'm right here.
You stupid bitch.
You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did. But who? Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? Ah, it wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Faye.
Bikini. Because she
You
was
see-
bored.
Did you say a genie?
No, bikini. Because she
Oh, bikini.
bikini. Because she was bored. You know? She's like, I want something to do here.
Yeah. But how could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal.
She said that her goal was to kill Maya Faye.
Maya Faye also wanted to kill Maya Faye. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her,
Huh. Well, that's
It happened. Wait, what if Dahlia then tried to kill herself? Like, what if she, like, tried jumping off the bridge? She's like, oh, well, I'm controlling the body of the person I'm trying to kill.
yeah, in theory, she easily could, yeah. She
Like,
realized it.
that I mean, that's also kind of scary to think about.
Yeah, it really is. Could it be? Looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you, and there's only one reason. To protect yourself from you. You protect yourself from me? Protect yourself from me? Where's that knife again? Yes, on the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Faye. The path back to Hazakura was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. Then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? You mean, that's when she channeled me. Okay, but also, if there was no, well, I guess Pearl was on that side, so technically there was one other person left to channel her. But I guess maybe she realized that that was a possibility. But if Maya had assumed, but if there was no one else there to channel Dahlia, then Maya would have been saved, in theory. I don't know. All this time, you thought you had been channeled by Pearl. Why never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you? No, don't say that. You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool rather than a whelp. Maya Faye killed herself, isn't it obvious? Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the Inner Temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who's never been out in the real world. You could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? Well, me, of course. Oh. Mia? Mia Faye?
Why did she get there?
I guess Pearl's has been here.
Like, I guess, yeah, Pearl was there the whole time, and she didn't even respond. to,
Yeah.
You know. Jeez. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Damn.
so true. It was you.
Yes, Queen has arrived.
Yes.
Huh. Something else.
But what? What are you doing here? That hair. It's Pearl's, right?
Tell me something, Dahlia. How does it feel to be dead? I want you to think back on that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. Ah. So it was Mia who killed Dahlia. Slash
I
Miss.
guess. I guess so. I was stabbed by Maya Fey.
Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
She did.
Not terribly surprising she was about to be killed.
When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do.
You did that? I can't believe it.
Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear.
And that was...
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
free. What do you mean?
It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible. Unlock yourself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
Well, so it was Maya who put that lock on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. I won Pearl Fey.
Pearls?
Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. So all she was trying to do was follow her mother Morgan Fay's instructions. She had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit. Things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne used the body of Pearl Fey. Kill Maya at all costs.
Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you? I won't forget this.
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame. You wouldn't you say, you piece of shit?
What do you mean
Dumb
by
mother.
another?
Let's just
Think
start
about it,
shaming her.
Dahlia. Yeah, right. Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure.
What? How dare you?
Yeah, you loser.
11 years ago, the fake kidnapping, your very first crime.
When you were underage.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when you were 14 and were dating that, like, that adult? Wasn't that weird? You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... Jerry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne. The truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth. It wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... I wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you. But it's no longer funny.
You, wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face.
Now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. Even though she was right there in front of you. Ugh.
Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Mia Fey. You spinster. I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. And if only you had gotten that spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death.
True. I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You really suck.
Yeah.
You will never defeat me.
What? What did you say?
Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity.
I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead.
What about it?
Oh,
Then
we
you
make
said-
fun of you.
Yeah, right? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever.
So imagine they're like, so we can just keep channeling you and then shaming you forever.
Yup.
It's very true, Dahlia.
I died 2 games ago, and I'm still here.
I'm still winning. That's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. All of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature can never win at anything. And for you, there's no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you is burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
You. Oh. You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you?
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now.
I'm not ready. Not ready to go.
Oh shit, the courtroom's on fire!
No.
Nick, sis. Wonder how Godot feels about all that.
Yep. Okay. I think that seems like a good place to call it. So we are going to continue on and see where this trial goes next from here next time.